I want to talk about a story that is not getting nearly enough attention. The other night, former Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Justin Fairfax, murdered his wife, Dr. Cerina Fairfax. He murdered her and then he killed himself. And all of the messaging coming out from this story is what a great guy he was. What an amazing friend, colleague, father, husband. He must have had a momentary lapse in judgment. He must have snapped. That's the message, that he was a good guy who snapped. His wife is an afterthought in all of the messaging around this story. He killed his wife. He took the mother of his children away from them permanently. But his legacy is as a good guy who snapped. How about the sexual assault charges from 2019? How about the fact that she was actively trying to leave him? They were in the middle of a divorce. A woman is never more unsafe than when she tries to leave her husband. Justin Fairfax was not a good guy. He was a very, very bad one.
So what's happened here is incredibly common. Sadly, the breakup period is the most dangerous time for a woman. When people say, why didn't she leave? Well, she was worried that he was going to kill her. And this is what happens. When you look at the global femicide census, the majority of women are killed by intimate partners or ex-partners in their own home. That is what makes home the most dangerous place for women and girls. But I've got a few issues with the way that the headline has been written to associate messy divorce and femicide. Messy divorce is something that we say quite casually. It's quite common, and it's something that is used to describe just general disagreements between people that are splitting up, to imply that this is on a trajectory to killing somebody is just nonsense. The two things are not connected at all, and saying messy divorce actually takes attention away from the act itself of femicide and focuses on the situation. Again, it's about detracting or sort of trying to focus away from the act of male violence. It also makes it sound as if she had a part to play in this, as in, she's part of the problem. She's partly to blame for being killed by this man. But all of these are very subtle things that we see in the media through patriarchy that aims to normalize male violence. This is not normal, as in it should never be normal. A woman should be able to break up safely, but that is not the case.
Hey, so let's not do tributes to the guy who killed his wife and traumatized his kids. But the former Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Justin Fairfax, actually can't be the black men's mental health mascot that you want him to be, and I will tell you why. His dying act was so dishonorable because it fit neatly within the textbook character arc of an abuser. It fits so neatly that he's actually the second man to carry out nearly identical high-profile spousal murders this month. My wife was a domestic abuse prosecutor for years. I've watched women and men run up to her in grocery stores to thank her for helping them get out of abusive relationships. And one of the things that she said time and time again that sticks with me in a moment like this, she said that hands down, the most dangerous time for a woman in an abusive relationship is when she is leaving. Because the abuser, whose MO is power and control, is losing that power and control. And you know who else typically has a thing for power and control? Rapists. The Venn diagram in the Justin Fairfax situation is starting to look like a circle, my friends. Men spend so much time saying not all men when women bring up their negative experiences with men. And the thing that's blowing my mind in this situation is that when a man does the unthinkable, we're trying to extrapolate that into a conversation about the mental health of all men. I'm trying to say we can't have it both ways, fellas. And rest in peace to Dr. Cerina Fairfax.